freezing cold here.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. I am happy to report that my terrible headache, like borderline migraine from last night, has dissipated into just a good old normal headache, and I can definitely deal with that. I would take that over a migraine any day. So I was able to take another migraine abortive pill last night before bed, and I think that's what really kicked it down a notch, and I'm so thankful. I'm not totally surprised that I ended up with nearly getting a migraine yesterday, because I get my migraines from my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and that's a connective tissue disease. One symptom of that is I have extremely hypermobile joints. I mean, like, my ribs dislocate, my hips partially dislocate, and my neck is extremely hypermobile for my EDS, and the vertebrae slip out of place sometimes, and it causes a lot of tension on the muscles in my upper back and shoulders, and on the tendons and joint pain, and all of those issues kind of just shoot up and cause the migraine. And before I found a good preventative, I was having 3 to 4 terrible migraines a week, and then now I'm on my preventative, so really I only have breakthrough migraines when my neck has been giving me more issues than usual, which it has been the past few days. But thankfully the headache's gone down, my joint pain that had been flaring for the past few days has gone down, so all good there. And today is infusion day. Got my infusion backpack with all my stuff in there. Somebody mentioned that I should put how I hook up to my infusions in my POTS infusion video, because they enjoy when I do that in my vlogs. So I'm actually going to go ahead and film that, put it in my POTS infusion video. Then the infusion video is done, the port video is done. Once I talk to my doctor on Thursday about my immunodeficiency and angioedema, I'll be able to complete those sections for the chronic illness video, and all 3 will be done, so they should be up pretty soon. That's really exciting. Filmed that, hooked up to my infusion. So I don't think I slept very well last night because I'm crashing with my narcolepsy earlier in the day than usual. Usually I crash in the afternoon. Plus I looked in the mirror and I noticed I got some pretty bad bags under my eyes, but that's okay. I have an afternoon doctor's appointment that my friend is taking me to, so I'll have an opportunity to rest before then. And I've got the slow cooker out because I'm making beef bourguignon for Judd and I. It's one of our favorite dishes, so I'm gonna get started on that. But first I should feed Harlow. She looks so depressed. Oh my goodness. Harlow. Got her gourmet doggy raw salad. Lots of veggies this time. Harlow, speak. That was spin. Speak! Speak! Okay, good girl. So I cut up a London broil. This is my magic mixture. It has red wine, beef broth, garlic, and a bunch of spices. And then I've got mushrooms and onions here, and it's all going in the crock pot. And then I just slow cook it on low for 8 hours. It makes the house smell amazing. It only costs about $12 to make that big meal, and Judd and I love it. I don't really have a recipe to link y'all because I just go by taste whenever I make it, but it's pretty simple. You can look up slow cooker beef bourguignon recipes online, and it's awesome. I had a narcolepsy sleep attack, which is where I get this irresistible, cannot fight it urge to sleep, and if I don't find a good place to lay down, like the couch where I did sleep, then I will collapse on the floor into sleep. It's always a gamble as to whether I'm gonna wake up feeling better or worse. Usually worse, but this time I actually woke up feeling a little bit refreshed, so that's awesome. I'm gonna update y'all now on the IVIG situation. That's intravenous immunoglobulin. That's how my geneticist is choosing to treat the severe immunodeficiency he found in me. And because of the reaction risks with IVIG and my history, we wanted to do the first few infusions in a hospital because it'd be safer. But if you've been watching my vlogs, you'll know that has been a nightmare. And it continues to be a nightmare. So I spoke with my geneticist for a while today, and we agreed that it would be okay for me to just go with home health, because home health is pretty much already sorted for the IVIG infusions. And I'm gonna have a nurse here who is very well versed in IVIG. It'll be one-on-one care. They're gonna be here the entire time. All the pre-meds are sorted out. They're gonna have an anaphylaxis kit and other medications to offset side effects or adverse reactions. Plus my hospital is literally 5 minutes down the road should I need to go because of a reaction to the IVIG. So we agreed that was okay. And the reason we're kind of like rushing to get me started on IVIG is because, one, my immunodeficiency is really severe. All my immunoglobulin levels are very low. I have panhypogammaglobulinemia. I don't make antibodies. It's bad. And the other thing is, we feel that the IVIG might help at least a little bit with my angioedema attacks. Those are the reactions I'm having where my throat swells, IV Benadryl, hospital, all that nonsense. And that's because when I have an angioedema attack, my body is burning through something in my blood called a complement. And we don't know the specific type of angioedema I have, so I can't get the specific complement replacement therapy. Insurance won't approve it until we know the type I have. We're working on figuring out what type I have. It's just really tricky. But in IVIG, it's a blood product, and in it are complements and from the blood. So my doctor has reasoned that since there's complements in the IVIG, it should help with my angioedema at least a little bit. And these episodes are severe. They're life-threatening. My throat closes and I can't breathe, and it's really scary. So that's why we're kind of like, let's get it started, because we need to get me some relief from all this nonsense. So that's what we're doing. That basically all I'm waiting for from home health, because insurance approved my IVIG. I don't have out-of-pocket expense. Home health called me today and said the pharmacist will be calling me, and then either this week or next week we'll be setting up my first IVIG in-home infusion, and I am so thankful. I know that the first few months of IVIG can be really terrible because of side effects, but everyone tells me it's so worth it to stick with it. So we're finally getting it to come together. So I'm thankful. And now I'm just waiting for my friend Julian to get here so we can go to my doctor. Julian's here. Harlow, okay. Hey. Happy dog. We're off to the doctor. Julian, thanks for taking me. So I saw this neurologist about 2 months ago for help with my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and neuromuscular issues, but I'm not going to continue with them because now I have that amazing rheumatologist that I saw on Friday who knows so much about hypermobility and EDS and my neuromuscular issues. So I'm really just going to see them to kind of like close out my care there and get my records. That's it. So I am closing out my care here and getting my records back, but I will miss these giant massage tables. What do you think, Hippo? They're very comfy, right? Okay, the doctor was literally in the room for like, I kid you not, less than a minute. So
40 seconds.
Maybe 40 seconds. I knew she wasn't a good fit for my medical team the first time I saw her. This is why I was coming to just close out my care here and get my records back. So anyways.
She didn't care.
No, she did not care. Now we can go home. Well, I'm back home. Julian's left. The beef bourguignon smells and looks amazing. We're gonna have a good dinner tonight. And now I'm gonna lay down and rest until Judd gets home from work. Guess who's out of work? This guy. How was work, babe?
It was fun, moving stuff for the helicopters.
Cool.
So I got to see some police helicopters today.
For those of you who don't know, Judd is a deputy at a sheriff's agency. So anyways, now we are off to Sam's Club. We tried to go yesterday, but I had that killer headache. Also, some of you mentioned that IV Benadryl and anti-nausea meds are a migraine cocktail that ERs use, and I didn't even realize, but I have those for home use.
Loser.
Alright? I could have used that to offset that. It wasn't a migraine, it was like almost a migraine though. So I'll use that next time I get a migraine. But anyways, we are off to Sam's Club now. I still have the headache, but it's just a headache. At least it's not anything terrible. So off to Sam's Club we go. At Sam's Club, I already need to sit down for a break. Luckily there's a chair here, and Judd has wandered off into the electronics. You find anything you like?
Yeah, they have Split.
Oh, the movie?
Yeah.
The creepy one?
Yeah.
We've been wanting to see this movie, but at home, because I'm gonna scream a lot. Upwards and onwards. So we got chicken for Harlow's raw meals. It's $1.98 a pound. It's the best price I've found, and I also get the heaviest one I can find, and this is 8.62 pounds. Harlow needs 9.5 pounds of meat a week, so I supplement the rest with a pound of ground beef, which we have at home. So far we've made it through without anyone harassing me or my dog. Last time I was here with my mom, she went to get the car while I checked out, and then 2 men came up while I was having medical issues and tried to grab Harlow's leash while jokingly asking, "Can I have your dog? Can I take your dog?" They were just being obnoxious, but Goodness, it was stressful. There's a link to that vlog in the description of this video if you want to watch it. But so far, this has been a pleasant trip. People don't annoy me when I'm with Judd. They're like intimidated by him, I guess. Right, babe? You're an intimidating guy.
Pretty intimidating. Do I look intimidating?
I guess so. Emergency meds. And my infusion's complete. Oops. Gonna turn it off. Clamp my port and I will take care of it when we get home. We're trying the self-checkout, see how well this works out. What do you think, Hippo? Even though I am thoroughly exhausted from that shopping trip, I mean, I'm already battling multiple chronic illnesses, so going shopping on top of that is gonna exhaust me. Shut up. Let me talk to the people.
The people know.
Even the simplest of things can really exhaust somebody who's chronically ill, and I find that happens to me quite often. But I'm happy to report we had no uncomfortable encounters regarding Harlow, so that's a success, and I'm really excited to go home and eat a delicious dinner of beef bourguignon. It's gonna be so tasty.
Or not. Could be burnt or crisp right now, just saying.
It is not. You know this is your favorite dinner. Huh? Fine. I will have it all to myself.
I doubt that.
Take like 2 bites and be full. We're home and I'm gonna unhook for my infusion. And the last thing to go through my port after infusions or medications is heparin, and it's just a blood thinner to prevent clots from forming in my port. So I'm just gonna push that through. The heparin does give me a funny taste in my mouth. Then I get a swab cap, which just has alcohol on the end of it to keep the end of my port nice and sterile and clean. And then I clamp it. All done. Now I'm done with the infusion. Gonna go get dinner together. Dinner is served. How is it?
Pretty good.
Awesome. Yum. It's delicious. I love this dish. Yum. She looks so pleased with herself. So I was just telling Judd about the happy IVIG news and how it should be set up for my first infusion pretty soon. Isn't that awesome, babe?
It is.
And Harlow's happy.
Down on me.
She's so happy with herself. Well, that's it for our day today. We're just gonna chill, right?
What are we doing now? I'm gonna go do dishes.
Judd's gonna do dishes. And tomorrow I'm gonna prep Harlow's raw meals, so you can see that in tomorrow's vlog. I still have a headache, but at least it's not as bad as it was yesterday. Hopefully it'll go away by tomorrow. And that's it for our day. Thanks for joining us on our adventure. Good